everyone here, hang on.
I didn't touch it, I promise.
Testing. It looks like our mic went out.
We hear you.
We hear you.
All right. You know what?
Fortunately,
Fortunately, I don't have a problem speaking with a loud voice. Let me tell you, what a warm welcome for one of your own. Are you ready, Eastern Panhandle, for a big announcement?
Yes.
It gets me so energized to be with you today. I see so many people around the room who stood with me when I first ran for Attorney General in 2012, and you've stayed with me as we fought and won for West Virginia. I am humbled by your faith in me and will never let you down. Now, special thanks today to my wife, Denise. Made a phone call, wrote a check, and defended me along the way. Thank you. Thanks Jim, and Gary, and Ann, and Elliot, and Lynn, and Eric, and Patricia, and so many others who are here today. Now today, I come before you with a very clear purpose. I'm seeking the Republican nomination for governor of West Virginia. With a deep record of fighting and winning against the political elites, successfully defending our West Virginia values, and accomplishing the big things West Virginians care about.
Yes, sir.
As governor, I'll protect our jobs. I'll fight to put more money in your pockets. We're going to advance educational excellence in a way you've never seen before.
Okay.
Economic and workforce growth, and we're going to defend families from the ravages of drugs and the woke anti-freedom forces facing Whether we're battling against the swamps of Washington, D.C., or the swamps of Charleston, I'll have your back, and we will uphold conservative values. Down on us, I'll stand up to them and I'll tell them what West Virginia is all about.
Yeah, that's good.
West Virginia is worth fighting for.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I have a deep and abiding passion for West Virginia. I've always viewed, those who've known me for a while, I say West Virginia is that shining state in the mountains. We have the most amazing people, a natural landscape and a beauty that's second to none, a strategic location. We're within 10 hours of 180 million people. That's a lot of opportunity for our goods and services. We have a low cost of living and far less crime than other states, and a bounty of natural resources which can help power the energy needs of America in the 21st century. West Virginia also has many challenges. Through decades of mismanagement, West Virginia labored under the failed big government and anti-freedom policies that put the political elites first and the people last.
Right.
That set us on a course for shrinking population, the lowest workforce participation rate in the nation, a lower standard of living than all the states that we touch, a crumbling infrastructure, and an educational system that left so many of our kids behind.
Amen.
Now, in recent years, some of your elected officials in the Republican Party have been working to change that. And we're beginning to see some positive trend lines. Lower taxes, a lot of new business starts, which is great.
Yes.
Educational choice,
Yes.
the first truly comprehensive plan for attacking the drug epidemic.
Yes.
Some really, really good stuff. West Virginia is on the rise, and we are grateful for the folks who are helping turn our state around. But we need to take this to the next level in 2024. Today, I stand before you as the only proven conservative in this race who has worked on, led, and won on the most critical challenges facing our state. Now, others are going to profess their aspirations and goals. But I'm the only one in this race who knows what it takes to deliver on the big projects that move the needle. We also know how to drain the swamp. Here's just a sample of my record serving you, the people of West Virginia. As Attorney General, I took on the federal government whenever it threatened our jobs and our way of life. And we won. President Obama and then President Biden tried to shut down our energy jobs in West Virginia. I stood up and I said no. I led two massive state coalitions against Obama and Biden that went all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. And we won both times. That most recent win, a case entitled West Virginia v. EPA, is one of the most important cases for our state and our country in decades. And that's because we not only took on Biden's Green New Deal and protected West Virginia jobs, we won a huge victory against the administrative state. West Virginia will always remain free from federal overreach and the grips of Washington, D.C. when I am at the point.
Good.
Now, right now, I'm leading a 25-state coalition against the so-called Waters of the United States rule, because the Biden administration can't seem to respect the rule of law. And if you're a farmer in Jefferson County, an energy producer in Harrison County, a contractor in Charleston, a realtor in Ripley, or just care at all about economic policy, you should care about this rule. When the Biden administration, the swamp, and the political elites tried to force you to take the jab, I said no.
Right.
We are West Virginia. We are West Virginia, and we oppose unlawful mandates. We won every one of those cases but one. I've defended common sense West Virginia conservative values in a way that no one else has. Right now, we're awaiting word at the U.S. Supreme Court on our women's sports case. Because in West Virginia, we stand for what we think is a basic, non-controversial position. Biological males should not be playing in women's sports. The elites are trying to force their deranged values on us.
Yes, sir.
But men are biologically different than women. And I'm not afraid to say that. As your governor, West Virginia will be the place where woke, anti-freedom, and job-killing ideas go to die. On the issue of education reform, I've led the way. I successfully defended charter schools and the Hope Scholarship, one of the most expansive school choice cases in the country. This is so important. Our kids deserve the very best, and I fought and won for them. As governor, I'll expand school choice and have the money follow the child. West Virginia wants someone who's not going to flinch when it comes to upholding our West Virginia conservative values. I have it and I won't. My record, it's strong.
Yes.
We've defended the sanctity of life. I led the way back in 2013 when I was the first pro-life Attorney General in state history.
Yeah.
Now, I'm defending our state's abortion laws because every baby deserves our protection and You're not going to have to worry where I stand on the issue of life. On our gun rights, I've been a national leader.
Yes.
Look, not only racking up the A+ ratings, but actually making progress, getting big things done. 38 states we enjoy gun reciprocity with,
Yes.
constitutional carry. And right now, I'm leading a 25-state coalition nationally against the Biden administration's pistol brace rule, a rule that targets the disabled and the elderly. I look out for taxpayers,
Yes, sir.
generating about $2 billion. That's $2 billion in settlement value and savings for West Virginia. Some of that by just going after good old-fashioned fraud and abuse. We created a disability fraud unit over the objections of Democrats and some Republicans, and we fought to protect the integrity of the disability program. We run a lean and efficient office and have instituted competitive bidding for how we pay outside counsel. And now, we have some of the lowest attorney's fees in the nation. Taxpayers are now on pace to save over $100 million from this policy alone due to our leadership. Just imagine for a moment what's going to happen when I'm governor and we run the entire executive branch with that same type of millions of dollars going after waste and abuse.
Yes.
On one of the biggest challenges of the day, staring down the opioid epidemic, I've delivered for West Virginia.
Yes, sir.
And I have one of the best records of the nation taking on this terrible scourge. We sued the DEA and attacked the problem of the opioid epidemic holistically and demanded accountability from the culpable actors within the pharmaceutical supply channel. Thanks to my lawsuit and others, I can proudly report West Virginia has earned the highest per capita drug settlements in the country, over $1 billion in total. In many cases, we doubled the national average, all in the face of the swamps and the political elites who played politics with people's lives instead of addressing this terrible problem. But I stuck to my guns, and we won big for West Virginia. Now, we have a first-of-its-kind plan to attack the drug epidemic, a plan endorsed by every county, most of the cities, every senator, 94 members of the House. With the fentanyl plague reaching an all-time high and consumption overflowing and shifting to heroin and fentanyl, our next governor and federal and state officials are going to need to aggressively attack the oversupply flooding our streets. These deadly ingredients originating in China, then going to the Mexican drug cartels where the product is finished, they get smuggled into the United States. Then they eventually make their way right here to West Virginia. It's sad to say, but the policies of Joe Biden are literally poisoning West Virginia.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I'm fighting back, and my office has already sued the Department of Homeland Security on its failure to enforce the law, and we have put huge pressure on Joe Biden to list fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. As your governor, I'm going to take aggressive steps and move to a whole new level, and will bring the full force and authority of the state's executive branch behind our work. My friends, my record of accomplishment on the big challenges facing West Virginia and defending our West Virginia conservative values is unmatched. Now, everyone running is going to say that they can deliver for you. They're going to make promises. but no one else can back that up with actual results defending the West Virginia conservative values we care about, except me. Conservative, fighter, winner.
Yes.
I took on the fights many times when they weren't popular, time after time after time. Our next governor is going to have some new challenges to face.
Yes, sir.
And West Virginians are going to have to decide who they want leading the way.
You.
Well, thank you. Someone with a proven conservative record of upholding West Virginia values and winning a lot, or someone who has never taken on the swamp or defeated them or taken on the political elites. This is not an entry-level job. West Virginia needs a proven and accomplished conservative leader, fighter, and winner in the governor's office. And I am that person. Now, I'm not from a family with a political pedigree. I think that's I'm the only one in the race who can say that. I didn't grow up with much money. Many people know I paid my own way through school. I was first in my family to graduate college and law school. You know, like most West Virginians, I learned the value of hard work from my dad and my mom. My dad was an account manager at steel companies. He was a veteran. Actually fought in the Battle of the Bulge. He got wounded. My mom was a VA nurse. She used to tell me the stories of taking care of vets and cleaning their wounds. I learned a lot from them. Most importantly, growing up, I learned I had to fight for everything I got. I learned about work ethic. Nothing was handed to you.
Right.
After law school, I opened up my own small law practice. I struggled. When a client didn't pay his bills, I got hit pretty hard. I nearly went bankrupt. But I didn't. I took odd jobs. I waited tables just to make ends meet. It was a defining point in my life.
Yes, sir.
I survived and learned some valuable lessons. I know what many hardworking West Virginians are going through. I know the importance of that weekly take-home pay. Right now, inflation is brutalizing West Virginia. The price of food and energy is through the roof. Some people are just trying to survive going paycheck to paycheck. As your next governor, I'll fight to help all those suffering from the ravages of inflation. We need to help those who are less fortunate than ourselves and lift our state out of the poverty plaguing us.
Right.
As your next governor, I'll focus like a laser beam on making sure you have fewer burdens as you try to make ends meet. That'll include lowering your taxes and making our state's rate even more competitive with other states we touch.
Yeah!
When I am your governor, woke policies and federal overreach will stop at our state line.
That's good.
I will be your iron wall between you, the political elites, the swamp, and the woke left. We will defeat them.
Yes,
And
we will.
I'm going to bring all these experiences winning and fighting to the governor's office. We're going to improve West Virginia's standard of living and increase take-home pay so we can spend more time with our families. Maybe watch a Mountaineer game, see Marshall or the Shepherd play. We'll compete much better with other states and grow our economic strength, building on our state's recent successes. We will and we must grow our workforce and our population. That is our biggest challenge.
Yes, sir.
Today alone, we have over 65,000 open jobs in the state. Think about that. Just imagine if we could start by filling half of those jobs.
Yes, sir.
Look what that alone would do to our economy. In the upcoming months, I'll be rolling out plans to address state workforce and population problems. That must be a key priority for our next governor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm also going to do everything imaginable to keep our kids here and bring more young families into our state to raise a family, work, and thrive in West Virginia. To get the next 100,000 people here, we need to appeal to what people want. A better standard of living, a dynamic educational system, a broadband platform that not only has high-speed internet, but folks who actually take your customer service calls. I know why I moved to West Virginia. I love the place. Back in 2006, I was in awe of the beauty of the Mountain State. I used to hike on the Appalachian Trail, get in a kayak in the Shenandoah, not too far from here. I wanted to be part of that amazing history of Harper's Ferry that was so famous from the Civil War that so many people wrote about. I moved here because I love this wild and wonderful state, its beauty and its rich history. The mountains called me home, and you have embraced me. Now let me repay that kindness by having me serve you.
We will. Yeah.
We have many advantages in West Virginia. We have natural beauty and energy resources that can compete with any state in the nation. But we must leverage those strengths now. One of the reasons why I fight so hard for coal, gas, energy, and manufacturing jobs as AG is because I know we can advance our state quicker if we leverage our energy economy and protect those jobs.
Yes, sir.
As Attorney General, I fought and won more fights to protect energy jobs than virtually anyone in the country. Imagine how effective I'll be as your energy governor.
Yeah.
As your governor, I'm going to double down on our fight to reduce regulations. There'll be more pipelines built. We'll keep coal-fired power plants online and finally create that long-awaited Appalachian storage hub to spur the development of new industries and businesses. West Virginia coal once powered the nation's energy needs. Our coal and natural gas can do that in the future if we overcome the regulatory and the woke barriers blocking their progress. Who better to do that job as governor than the guy that just took on Biden's Green New Deal and won? We're going to advance educational attainment in West Virginia by supercharging our school choice programs and focusing on how West Virginia can lead the way nationally to fit the workforce needs of the 21st century. We're going to increase the amount of money that follows the child, get our kids ready for the new opportunities in front of them. That also means we're going to stop the brainwashing in our schools. We know that the liberals can't beat us in debate, so they try to indoctrinate our children. We will not let them. Fairly and attract more of them to West Virginia. And we have to commit to vo-tech education. Become a national leader. Development for plumbers, for electricians, for contractors, for manufacturing jobs. We're going to prioritize improving broadband speed quickly. You know, one of the takeaways from the pandemic is that many people started to work remotely. We have to be able to better take advantage of that, where we're locating, what we're doing. People won't move to our state if the internet moves at the speed of slow. We'll continue to build our state's infrastructure, fix the roads, damn it, and we'll make state government work more effectively again. We'll focus on the law enforcement, corrections, and foster care problems, and many of these issues that have been left on the back burner for far too long.
Yes, sir.
And we must continue to protect and preserve our West Virginia conservative and cultural values and build even larger multi-state coalitions to oppose federal overreach and keep the wokeness out of West Virginia. Under my watch, West Virginia won't just have an attorney general deployed to fight the swamp and the political elites. We'll have a governor and an entire executive branch dedicated to protecting our jobs, our freedoms, our Constitution, the rule of law from all threats. West Virginia will be that place where woke goes to die. Now I'm ready for these fights and the opportunity to lead West Virginia to the next level. I'm the only proven conservative running with a record of taking on the far left, the political elites, and anyone else who threatens our way of life. And we win. No one else can say that. We can have it all. We can be that shining state in the mountains, a place where freedom lives, our jobs are plentiful, and our culture remains rich. But you need a governor who understands the threats happening at this point of time in our republic and the states involved in taking those threats down. Finally, I can't leave this stage today without addressing some incredibly disturbing news that came out several days ago.
Yes, sir.
President Trump was indicted. And this was no ordinary indictment. It was a political witch hunt and a political prosecution. It's wrong, and all of us should stand strongly against it. Because this travesty cannot stand. All right. But we know this is how the other side rolls. This is how they play. I've had to fight against some of those same type of corrupt politicians and media when they came after me. I'll always speak out against these type of injustices, and I will ensure that West Virginia's voice will not go quietly into the night. We'll always stand for what's right. What's right is right, and what's wrong, and this is wrong, is wrong. It's time for our state to shine even brighter. It's time to elect a true conservative, fighter, and winner as governor. Thanks to every one of you for taking the time to come here today. We have an incredible, incredible mission in front of us. You folks have inspired me for many years. I thank you for that. And I can say, God bless you. God bless West Virginia. God bless America. Now let's go to work and win this thing.